Good morning, I am Ismail Kutubay from the Ministry of Natural Resources, Ecology and Technical Supervision of the Kyrgyz Republic. It's my pleasure to present Kyrgyzstan's first BUR. So here is the presentation outline. So let me start about national context. As you know, the Kyrgyz Republic is located in the northeast of the Central Asia. The total area of is 199,000 kilometers square. Almost 90% of the total territory is located higher than 1,500 meters above sea level. As of January 1st, 2024, the population of the Kyrgyz Republic made up 7.2 million people. 90% of electricity generated by the hydropower stations. In 2023, GDP was 14 billion US dollar. So number of secondary schools now in Kyrgyzstan 2,377. Number of higher education institutions 58. Let me talk about the national climate actions context. Kyrgyzstan joined UNFCCC in 2000s and ratified Kyoto Protocol in 2003. Three national communications and BUR one submitted in 2003, 2009, 2016, 2016 and 2022. In 2007, the concept for ecological security adopted, stating climate change a serious risk for Kyrgyzstan's sustainable development. In 2009, Kyrgyzstan committed 20% GHG emissions reduction by 2020 compared to business as usual projection under Copenhagen Accord. In 2011, the action plan to ensure ecological security, including those on GHG inventory, mitigation and adaptation, was adopted. In 2013, priority direction for the Kyrgyz Republic adaptation to climate change and 4 sectoral adaptation plans were developed and adopted. In 2015, at COP21 in Paris, Kyrgyzstan submitted INDC. In 2017, a climate investment program has been developed. Also, we can say about in 2021, updated NDC has been submitted to UNFCCC Secretariat. In 2022, technological action plan has been developed. Also, in 2023, NDCP implementation plan has been developed and agreed upon with interagency working group. In this year, also in 2023, long-term strategy for carbon neutrality by 2050 has been drafted. In this year, National Adaptation Plan developed for health, agriculture and irrigation, disaster risk reduction and biodiversity, energy and cities. In 2024, NS4 will be submitted to UNFCCC Secretariat. On this picture you can see the institutional setup for our BUR first preparation. So our reported documents endorsed by the Cabinet of Ministers. On the picture you can also see the UNFCCC focal point is Minister of Natural Resources, Ecology and Technical Supervision. Also, we have a special coordination council on ecology, climate change and green economy, which is a chief governmental body to coordinate all these climate related activities in our country. To develop BUR, the ministry focal point assigned Center for the State Regulation in the sphere of environment protection and ecological safety, under which project's implementation unit has been especially linked to manage the project activities for preparation BUR. The interagency working group has been also established to involve representatives of lines of ministry and other stakeholders. Several working groups has been established to prepare GHG inventory report, to prepare mitigation and adaptation sections. And we also have a group to prepare the section on finance, technologies and capacity building. So to show quality of all these delivers, the group of quality and control, the group on and commodity and insurance has been established. Institutional arrangements, you see in the picture the list of the ministries. So Coordination Committee for Climate Change, Ecology and Sustainable Development under the Cabinet of Ministers of Kyrgyzstan for approvals. Minister of Natural Resources, Ecology and Technical Supervision focal point for UNFCCC. National Statistic Committee for Main Data Provide. Minister of Energy for Data Provider and on Energy Generation. Minister of Water Resource, Agriculture and Processing Industries, data provided on livestock, cropland and grassland fertilizers. Minister of Transport and Communications for data provider on road vehicle fleet. Minister of Economy and Commerce, policy partner on green economy. Forest Service under the Minister of Emergency State for data provider on forest land. So we have also customs and municipalities. Domestic MRV. Domestic MRV is under development process based on NDC target indicators. We do not have currently at the moment the national system of monitoring, report and verification, but meanwhile institution CIMET international system of MRV is used. Improvement in reporting or institutional arrangements and domestic MRV. So recommendation for domestic MRV has been formulated. The law on climate change action has been drafted to legalize and institutionalize domestic MRV system. In this picture you see the graphics. So the latest data on GHG inventory that we have clearly show that since the base year 1990 until 2020, our general emissions were reduced for 48%, the net emissions were reduced on 67%, and our GHG removals increased on 7% in the sector of forestry. Here you can see the data on our sectors of energy, IPPU, its industrial process and product use, agriculture and waste. Improvement in reporting on GHG inventory. We shifted from IPSS guideline 1996 to IPSS guideline 2006. We introduced new IPSS GHG inventory software, and one of our improvement was achieving activity data for 1990-2020 for energy, transport, glass, steel, hydrofluorocarbons and waste. So engage the main stakeholders was also our improvement, since it helped us to receive more data and show quality of our delivery of those. For the first time we engaged the national expertise for quality control and quality assurance. And finally, the last our important improvement that we drafted law on climate change action. There is the section on GHG inventory. Mitigation action and effects. National context for mitigation action determined by the updated nationally determined contribution of Kyrgyzstan to Paris Agreement. There are two main documents developed on mitigation action in Kyrgyzstan. First is NDC implementation plan. Second, draft concept for long-term strategy for carbon neutrality by 2050. Mitigation action, both documents include the following priorities that you see in the picture. Also, the result of mitigation action are studied now and will be presented in BTR1. The support received and needed, finance, technology, capacity building, and assessment of the adaptive capacity and readiness for adaptation in K-line ministries has been conducted in 2022, as well as other research, and the following areas were detected as requiring support: inventory, emission projection, mitigation action, climate change, climate risk, climate finance, ETF outline tools. Various training and capacity development activities were provided by different projects implemented by UNDP, UNEP, FAO, GIZ, World Bank, and others. ETF transition and implementation you see in the picture. So thank you very much for your attention.